Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my fourth update for my year-long rolling style Project 10 pan. I cannot believe that we're already a third of the way through 2023, but so far I have been really enjoying my project panning journey for this year, and in fact I did actually introduce another project pan recently, so definitely go and check that out if you're interested. It was the Graveyard Project Pan. I'm so excited to be doing another collaboration. But in any case, today we're chatting about the 10 focus products that I have in this project pan. I have a variety of different types of goals. Some things I want to use up, some things I just really want to get some usage on, and I really enjoy this balance. So I am so excited to share with you the progress that I have made over this past month. But before we get into it, I just wanted to mention this eye look because this is very different from anything that I've ever done. I recreated this look from an Instagram reel by May Tamia, who I recently followed, and I'm just so inspired by all their looks. Of course, I'll leave their details down in the description box. You definitely should go check that look out. It was so cool and so fun. And I think that this is a really cool way to do graphic liner on my hooded eyes, and it's so different for me, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I'm really happy with the way that it came together. It was kind of challenging for me, but it was fun to do something a little bit different. But that's not what today's video is all about. Today's video is about my project pan. I am so excited to share with you the progress that I've made on all 10 of my focus items. I have worn makeup 25 times since my last update of this project pan, which is quite a lot. I was wearing makeup more often than not for sure this past month. And unfortunately, I don't have a ton of progress on a lot of these items. I mean, definitely there's usage, but today's update is more of a progress update. I will just preface the video by saying that. But yeah, I'm so excited. So let's hop on in. Let's talk about some products that have been in here since the introduction. And the one that I feel like has changed the most is my number 7 lipstick. This is the Moisture Drench lipstick, and this one is in the shade Spiced Latte. And last update, I had told you that I was going to depot this because it was pretty much flush with that bullet there, the plastic kind of, I don't know what that's called, but that thing. And so I have done so. I did dig everything out, and I did post a short showing how much product was remaining. So this has changed a little bit since I depotted it. I've only used it a handful of times since depotting it, but there was over a gram of product within the packaging, that like unusable product. So I will continue to use this moving forward as a cream blush as well as a lipstick. Today I'm wearing it as a blush, and I just think it's so beautiful on the cheeks. It's such a gorgeous texture and kind of color as well, very natural color. I can wear it quite sheer as I have worn today. And I do have a powder blush on top of this too, so it does look a little bit more neutral than this kind of can translate. It can be a little bit more terracotta on my skin. But in any case, I'm really excited to continue using this. I have noticed a change in the smell. The texture and performance haven't changed. I just am noticing a little bit more of a waxy kind of scent, and that's just because this is several years old, but I don't see it being a problem whatsoever to get this used up in the next couple of months, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. There still is like quite a bit remaining in here, so that's why I think it still will take a few months. There's over a gram. So yeah, it will take me a few more months, but I am really excited to use this. I've also been working on my Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue for the majority of this year, and I have been really enjoying the process of using this because it is my favorite base product in my collection, and of all the things that I've tried, this is my favorite. This is the third tube that I have in my collection, or I've used in years past, I should say. And this one expires in July, so that is why I wanted to prioritize it this year. And I'm making really great progress through this project pan. I started out with probably just shy of half the amount of product in here, and now I'm all the way down to this line. I'm really happy I was able to make a new marking this update because last update I didn't really feel confident in making a new marking, so I'm happy to see some progress has been made since my last month's update. And this is definitely very skinny. There's very little product remaining in here. There's probably some up on the top and in the sides, but mostly it's just concentrated at this bottom section. And I think this will take me about 2 more months to get used up. I really do think that I will have it done by that July expiration, which is fabulous and I've been really enjoying using it. I'm not using it on an every single day basis by any stretch of the imagination. Some days I go foundation free. Today, I'm actually just wearing a sunscreen that kind of has a tint to it, and then I have some concealer to spot conceal, but I'm not wearing a base product. That's kind of been my preference as of late. So whenever I am wearing a base product, I reach for this, and it still is very skin-like, very natural looking, but it does offer a little bit more perfecting properties, which is great. My Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in the shade Baked is an item that I set myself a usage goal on because I knew it was not really achievable to actually be able to use this up in this project pan, but I set myself a very, very massive goal, which is 100 uses. I've now used it 56 times within this project, which I'm really happy with, but I was expecting myself to be able to make more progress on this and to reach that 100 uses a little bit faster. In order to reach my goal, it'll likely take me 3.5 to 4 more months given the progress that I have made so far in this first half of the year. But I may be able to pick up the pace a little bit more, especially considering that I know that this is something that isn't going to last me for years and years. Like, this is something that is on the brink of expiration for sure at this point, because I've had this since 2019. I've had it since June of 2019. So almost 4 years in my collection. It's a cream product. It definitely is not going to have a lot more longevity within my collection. So I'd like to get a really substantial number of uses on it. And I'm definitely still actively working towards that goal. And then I've also had my Charlotte Tilbury Filmstar Bronze and Glow in this project since the introduction. So I've been working on this for this entire year. I do not actually have a set goal with this item. I just want to use it until I no longer feel compelled to do so. And I'm kind of anticipating that my next update will be the last update with this product, but I want to push through and just kind of see how much more progress I can make in the next month. Looking back on this product since when I rolled it into the project, I have made really great progress. The pans have most definitely expanded a lot over the course of this year, and I am so happy to see that. This is also an item that's getting older in my collection. I've had this since 2018, so I'm really happy to see all of this progress happening, but I do feel like I'm kind of ready to move on to other highlighters and bronzers in my collection. And in fact, I did roll one bronzer and one highlighter into my Graveyard Project pan. So I may find myself feeling less drawn to these and more so to my Graveyard Project pan items. So that's why I'm thinking next month might be the final update for this. But super happy to see how much I've been able to use up of this. And when I look at the tallies, I have used both of these products so much, and that feels incredibly good to me. So I'm happy with this progress. I'm happy I didn't set actually any sort of initial goal with this item, and I'm just kind of seeing how it goes. And so far, it's been going great. I've also been working on this lip liner for the entirety of this year so far, and this does have a little bit of an obscure goal. My goal with this is to use up half of what I had initially had in this product at the beginning of the project pan, at the beginning of this year. So my goal with my Allday Everyday Ultra Matte Lip Liner in the shade Cinder is to reach about this point in the pencil. You'll see better in the markings, like where the actual goal line is, but I think it's pretty much between the words all and day. It's somewhere around that point. And this past month, I actually haven't used it that many times. Like, my tally seems pretty low. Maybe I just haven't been keeping accurate tabs on it, but I've actually made a really great jump in the product. I'm really happy with the progress that I've actually made when I look back at how this has changed throughout the project pan. And I'm really excited to wear this lip liner with this lipstick, or this lip gloss rather. Oh my gosh, I'm tripping up on my words. But this lip gloss I rolled in my last update. This is the Vesca Beauty Lush Lip Oil in the shade, Lush Glow rather, lip oil in the shade Hibiscus. I rolled this in my last update because I felt like these kind of lip products would go really well together. This is also the oldest lip gloss in my collection, and it's the perfect, bright, vibrant shade to wear over the summertime. And I've made amazing progress on this so far. There's actually so much windowing happening within this, and when I first rolled it into the project, I do not believe that you could really see through it. But yeah, you most definitely can now because I've been wearing this very, very often. I have been reapplying it several times within a day. This is something that I just keep at my desk with me. And then I'll just kind of like toss it on before I hop on a Zoom call for work or whatever. And it just looks really fresh and vibrant. And it's just a really beautiful and flattering color in my opinion. So I think this is gonna take me about 2 more months to be able to use up. When I actually look inside of the tube, there is not that much product, but it seems to be coming onto the doe foot no problem. So it's definitely not ready to take the stopper out of. But yeah, I really think that this is something that I'll have done before July of this year. And I'm really excited for that to be the case because this will be the second lip gloss that I finish up in this year, which feels really good to me. And they were both very old. So it was due time to get them used up. So I'm really happy to see this progress. So the one and only item that will be rolling out in today's update is a sample pack. And I'm happy that I'm rolling this out of this project, not because I didn't enjoy the product, but just because I'm really trying to work my way through some of my sample packets in this project pan. And this was the Danessa Myricks Vision Flush in the shade Bread and Butter, and I used this 29 times throughout this project pan. So I'm considering this to be like an entire empty for my no buy. I was originally thinking that I would consider 3 samples to equal 1 full-size product, but with the amount of energy and effort and uses that went into this, I am calling it an empty product on its own. Sometimes I wore it as a blush. Sometimes I wore it as both a blush and a lipstick. Sometimes I just wore it as a lipstick. And there was quite a lot of product in here. There was a lot of days that I've worn this over the past couple months, but now it is completely empty and I am so happy to see that. So I want to consider it to be a win. I do count individual samples in my makeup inventory because I want that accountability. So why would I not consider them as individual items towards my empties numbers, if that makes sense? So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I've changed my mind about that. I just want to update you, but I will be soon filming my no buy update and you will kind of hear me talk a little bit more about that in that video. But yeah, super happy about this empty. I will be rolling in another sample to replace it, but I will be sharing that with you at the end of the video. And then the other kind of blushy product that I've been working on is one that is surprising me how long it's taking. It's my Essence Satin Touch blush in the shade Satin Love. And I did repress it into this little compact right here from Charlotte Tilbury. And as you can see, I have finally re-hit pan on it, but there still is quite a bit of product in here. I think this is gonna take me another month, if not maybe longer. I really would like to see this be an empty in my next update, but it could take me into the following update after that because this just seems to be going infinitely. It never wants to die. This is a blush that I've had for years and I've used it so much over those years, but it's just the blush that just keeps on going forever and ever. I am wearing it today on top of that lipstick as a cream blush, and I just think this is the most beautiful shade. It's so wearable. It goes with absolutely everything. It's just great. It really is, and it's something that I really do enjoy. So I'm not disliking the fact that it's going on for so long, but I'm just genuinely surprised by that. But yeah, maybe this will be an empty in my next update. We shall see. Last update, I rolled in my Dose of Colors eyeliner in the shade Maybe Baby, which is a beautiful kind of deep green shade. I have it on my lower lash line, just on the outer corner today. It is comparable, very comparable to the shade that I've used for my liner actually, but I just felt like I needed something that would set down a little bit more. So I used eyeshadow to create this. I was kind of worried that this maybe would smudge a little bit, but in any case, my goal with this is to use it up, and I think that's definitely doable, but I haven't made really great progress in the first month of this project. I just haven't made it kind of a staple part of my routine. I oftentimes forget to integrate it into looks. And when I went to photograph it after rolling it into this project, I broke it. And as you can see, there is so little left in here, but I really don't think that I've made any kind of progress since I rolled it into the project pan because I've just kind of forgotten to make it a priority and to make it a part of my routine. So in this coming month, I definitely want to remedy that. I'm actually going to set myself a usage goal of 10 uses in this coming month, but of course my ultimate goal with this product is to get it used up, but I want to challenge myself to ensure that I actually use it a decent amount of times in the month of May. So I would love to get 10 additional uses on this in the month of May. So I'm curious to see if I can make that happen. I love greens. We know I love green. So why can't I? I don't know. I just need to bring it to the forefront. And then lastly, last update, I rolled in this liquid eyeshadow, or like eyeshadow topper rather, duo. This is from e.l.f. and Jkissa. This was limited edition back in 2020. This is the Tsuki to My Heart eyeshadow topper duo. And I set myself a goal to use this product, whether it be one side or the other, 20 times in this project pan. I've not been keeping tabs on how often I'm reaching for either side, but I'm just trying to reach for this 20 collective times in this project. And since rolling it in only last update, I've actually reached for it 8 times, which feels really good. I'm really happy with that number of uses. Today is the 8th use. I kind of just have it on the inner half of my lid. I'm wearing this shade right here, which is more chartreuse kind of color. This one is called I'm Pupset. I think it's such a beautiful green. And I have been reaching for the other shade here, which is What a Pity Smile. Really often actually. I think this is the one that I've gotten the most uses out of because it goes with so many different eye looks, because it is a clear base with just a ton of beautiful dimensional shimmer. I was a little bit surprised, but I ended up actually having to take the stopper out of the shade I'm Pupset this month because it was getting a lot more dry and difficult to pick up, and because the wand doesn't reach all the way to the bottom. So I was scraping the sides in the middle of the tube, but I wasn't actually picking up that much product. So yeah, I ended up taking out the stopper, and I actually think I would be able to finish this in a matter of just a couple months because there's really not that much remaining in here. So that feels really good to me to see that kind of progress. Although my goal is not to use it up, I'm really, really happy that I'm making really significant progress on this through trying to reach a usage goal. So those are all of the items that are currently in the project pan. As I said, it was definitely more of a progress month, but I'm really happy to see the amount of product in all of these items dwindling. I'm really getting some great use out of the products that I already own this year. And I will be rolling a new sample into this project pan to replace the one that I did finish. So I want to use another one of my Danessa Myricks Vision Flush blister packs in this project pan. And I think for the next 2 months, I want to focus on the shade Tiara right here. I really want to take a break from working on these more cream blushy, like blushy kind of products, because I already have a powder blush in this project pan, and then I also have the lipstick that I've kind of been using as a cream blush. So I want to give myself an opportunity to use this liquid highlighter instead. So I will be using the shade Tiara. I estimate it's going to take me even longer than it took to use up the shade Bread and Butter because I can't use Tiara in as many ways. I'm not going to wear it on my lips. I'm probably just going to be wearing it in a very small amount on the top of my cheekbones, potentially mixed in with cream blushes to give them more of a glowy finish. I know you can wear these on the eyes, and I wore the shade Bread and Butter only once on my eyes, but I just didn't like the way that the color looked, so I didn't really consider the longevity or the performance of it. I just didn't like that shade on me personally. But I will play with this on the eyes, kind of see what it works like as an inner corner highlight or as an all over lid shade or as an eyeshadow base potentially. So yeah, that will be my next sample product focus, and I'm really excited to work on it and get to know this formula more. So yes, this was most definitely more of a progress kind of update, and if I'm honest, I anticipate that my next update is also going to be the same as well, because I am just slowly making progress on all of these items. I did have a lot of really large goals in this project pan, using up items that had quite a volume of product when I first rolled them into this project, setting myself high usage goals as well. But progress is progress, and I'm really happy to be working on all of these items. A lot of these are very old in my collection. A lot of these are things that have been underutilized in the last few years, but quite possibly next update, we could have this blush finished. What do you think? What do you think? Is that possible? Is that doable? Maybe, but that would be the only thing that I would think could be an empty. So Yeah, that, my friends, is everything for this month's project pan update. Please let me know how you're doing with your project pans. Have you been able to finish up any items in this last month? I would love to hear that in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.